Good afternoon and welcome to Real Estate Talk. I am Real Estate Pat, and let's talk about Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Lehigh. We're going to be talking about the three cities today and comparing how they did over 2022. So we're going to be talking about quantities, how much has sold, how things were bought, cash finance, that kind of thing, absorption rates, right? So it's pretty interesting stuff. So, hey, listen, if you're following me on any one of the social media platforms and you would like to have the slides, just reach out to me, text me, email me, whatever, and I'll make sure that I add you to the email database so you can automatically get that. But I will also just personally send you the slides so you have them. So, all right, without any further ado, let's get going. All right, so here's my contact information for you, just in case you need it. Okay, first slide. We're going to talk about the price comparison. So we started this data back in 2009, and we brought it all the way through current. Now, you need to understand that this is median. This is not average. This is a median sales price. I like to use median because it's typically a little bit closer to the realistic price of what's going on. But you can see in all three cities, gray is Lehigh, blue is Cape Coral, and the orange, you could say, is Fort Myers. So Fort Myers ended up at a median price of $475. Cape ended up at $4 and a quarter, and Lehigh at $315. So you'll notice the really quite the spike here in the Cape, pretty extreme, and the same as Fort Myers. Lehigh, not as steep. However, I think I'm thinking that Lehigh is going to be an area that you're going to want to watch. Now, by the way, so this is data, right? So the data doesn't lie. This is exactly what happened. So regardless of what you're hearing or seeing on any of the news platforms, this is the actual data. So you can decipher the data yourself and kind of figure out what's going on. That's why I provide this service to you. So here we noticed we've seen a rise in cash in all three cities. And of course, that's really no big surprise because of in and around the 21-22 area, we saw a really big spike in the conventional financing interest rates. Well, actually just interest rates in general. And here we go, right? So we see a dip in Cape and Fort Myers. Not a huge dip, but a dip nonetheless. But Lehigh still kind of going strong with conventional loans. FHA, very surprised to see this for Lehigh, seeing such a drop. Lehigh had always been an FHA area. A lot of people flocked to Lehigh, and most people were using FHA. So not a big surprise to see the drop in Cape and Fort Myers with 6% in Fort Myers, 9% in the Cape, but still 35% FHA in Lehigh. That's still a pretty strong number. VA really isn't utilized much in our area, which I'm kind of surprised because we had a lot of veterans here. We even have a VA hospital right here in the Cape, so I'm kind of surprised to see that much of a drop, or actually not that much of a usage of the VA loans here. But they're all available. I've got plenty of mortgage brokers that I've been dealing with over the last 10, 15 years, and no problem with VA. Days on market for homes. So you can see a slight variation from 6 and 8 days in 21 to right around that 9-10 days here in 22 for the median amount of time that the home stayed on the market. Now, you got to understand, if we're in kind of like a little cocoon, if you want to call it that. A lot of Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Lehigh, these are all kind of like destination for people across the U.S., Canada, and across the pond, so to speak, where people are coming here. So when your home is priced correctly, your house is actually, it's going to move, and it's going to move relatively quick because people want to be here. So this is quantities of homes sold since 2009 all the way forward, broken down by year, of course. Lehigh ended up with just about 2,500 houses, which is basically even with 21. Cape and Fort Myers both saw pretty dramatic decreases in the quantities of sales, but I would attribute that to the rising prices of homes and the rising price of interest rates. And I think we'll probably see that turn just a little bit. I think Lehigh, we're going to see that take off a little bit because it's still a very decent price point and affordable for many people. This is the last slide that I wanted to share with you, and this is an absorption rate. So what an absorption rate is that if all listings stopped today, you would have X amount of months that you have sufficient inventory to sell, right? So here, what I did is I brought up, this includes Bonita as well. So we've got Bonita and Fort Myers, both at 3 months of inventory, and Cape and Lehigh at 4 months. And if you look at the very center of the sheet right here, right here, you're seeing a seller's market is 0 to 4 months. An even market or a balanced market is 4 to 6 months, and a buyer's market is 6 or more months, right? So what we're showing here on the side is basically we're still in a seller's market, kind of bordering on a balanced market. So we're still, you guys can make up your mind. This is, like I said, this is data that I'm providing, and you can develop your own opinion. Interest rates are falling. Inventory is climbing. But we still are showing over month to month, we're seeing sales increase. So I'm going to kind of go on a limb and just say we're in a pretty good spot right here, meaning that I think sales are still going to increase. I think we're still going to see prices rise, maybe not as quick or as high as we did, but I equate this what we're seeing as like on the stock market. So for example, if you look at the Dow over the last 20, 30 years, right, you see a nice trend of it going up. But if you look under a microscope and you look at what's going on week to week or even month to month, right, you're going to see the stocks or the stock market kind of pull back and bounce forward. So I think that's kind of where we're heading, and that's kind of where we're at. I think we're seeing a little bit of a pullback, but I think we're just going to turn it around and keep moving on. So it's still a great time to buy, still a great time to sell. People are looking to move into our area. So if you're looking to move or looking to move either way, right? Seller and buying, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you out. And so once again, here we go. This is my contact information if you'd like to reach out to me. My cell phone, 239-691-7159. I'd be love to talk to you about your home or your new home. All right, thanks again, guys, and you have a great rest of the week.